What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we have a 1956 Pontiac we're going to attempt to get not only running but possibly even driving for the first time in over 30 years. You're not going to want to miss it. Y'all stick around. So I just want to give a quick little rundown of the car. I've owned this car since I was about 12 years old. I'm 27 now, so about 15 years I've owned this car. Never really put any time or money into it. For most of the 15 years I was underage and really couldn't do much to it. But it's mostly just been sitting here at my place collecting rust, unfortunately. But I do want to start putting some time and money into it. So that's why I want to do a will it run video, try and get it driving and actually try and enjoy this car. It's not a bad car. It's starting to show a little age, but that's typical. I mean, it's from 1956. I mean, come on now. So overall though, pretty complete, solid old car. I mean, it's missing the taillight lens, but hell, I might have some around here somewhere, or my buddy, he's got a couple Pontiacs. I wouldn't mind grabbing some from. It's got a pretty cool sticker that says I wiggle in my car. Now, this tag here, you used to can make it out, so you're just gonna have to take my word on it. But I believe it says September right here, and the year was 1985 is when this car was last on the road. And I picked it up from the guy who last owned it out in Florence, South Carolina, and he did this pretty ghetto looking paintbrush paint job on it. But I mean, it gives it character, I guess. Show you the other side real quick. Well, it's about the same. It's missing a lot of the chrome, but I do have most of it. Obviously, tires ain't holding air. It's been a long time since those tires has held air. But I do have some over there on Faith Green's formula that I want to take off and throw on here. So if we get it idling decent, we might go ahead and throw those rims on there, and maybe, I don't know, see if it'll drive. I know it don't have brakes or anything, but who needs brakes? So here's a look at the inside. Have to look over the mess. But I got plenty of some Ford 50 Coyote parts here if anybody's needing some. Make you a good deal on them. But here's a look at the internals. And we got the, I don't know what you want to even call that, 70s plaid upholstered seats and headliner, which is interesting. But seats is showing somewhere. It's gonna need floors, of course. Don't they all, unfortunately. But if y'all, been on the channel before, that ain't nothing for us. We put floors in my old 57 four-door Nadine, and it's still going strong, but unfortunately I don't have the car anymore. But yeah, so here's a look at the inside, and now I'm gonna show you the engine. The doors need a little lube, but they still shut good. Let's get the hood open. Alright. So here we have the V8 flavor 316 Pontiac engine. It's been sitting a long time, but I'm hopeful that we can get it running and try and enjoy it. It's full of spider webs and looks like a wolf spider in the carburetor. I don't know if y'all can see that, but yeah, this is the engine. I painted that intake a few years ago and put that on there because I think the original intake had a broken bolt in it or something. I didn't really care to try and get it out. I just happened to have that one, but I still got the original. But looks like everything is still here for the most part. It does look like the rats has started getting to her, unfortunately, eating the spark plug wires. But hopefully I have one or two or something I might could rob off of another car, and just, you know, try and get it running. Also, the ignition coil wire is missing, so that ain't good. But overall, still pretty complete. Take a look at the oil. The oil is about 3 quarts too full, but it does look pretty decent. Hopefully good enough to get it running for a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and change it afterwards if I can get it back in. There we go. Yeah, so anyways, that's a quick little history of the car since I've owned it. A little look over. But alright, stick around and let's get started on getting it running. So the only car that actually still has points ignition in it is this Oldsmobile that I put into the Camaro. Still working on it, trying to get some parts up for it, but so far it's not, you know, done. So I'm gonna go ahead and rob some parts off of it and hopefully try and get my Pontiac running. So let's go ahead and take this, and I'll find a spark plug wire that'll fit and work and grab it too. Alright, so I got y'all set up. First thing I want to do is go ahead and get some of these spider webs out of here best that I can. Just gotta reach in there and grab them. And hopefully nothing's still alive. Alright, so I got my pliers because I want to grab this wolf spider out of here. There we go. He's been in there a long time. Trying to get out the rest. Got a bunch of spider webs over here, but shouldn't hurt it. I should have covered that carburetor up all them years. Hopefully nothing's gotten down in there. But alright, I went ahead, robbed the wires, got the coil wire on, also got the spark plug wire on. So all that is good. Now this vacuum line appears to already have been locked off. My lovely assistant Faith just brought me some electrical tape because I'm gonna try and put this into here and just wrap it up with tape, call it good. And pretty sure that's about the main big vacuum leaks that I can see anyways. So alright, let's get that line there wrapped up if I can. It'll be a little difficult. Try not to move y'all around too much. Something about like that. There we go. Might not even really need much electrical tape. I'll throw a little bit on it just to be safe. Well, that's all I got. Wish I had a little bit bigger roll. Let's see here. Just a little bit, just to be a little more safe. Alright, that's good. And now I went ahead and robbed Faith Green's battery out of Res 10. Promise I'll give it back though.
You better.
So we're gonna go ahead and grab it, throw it in here, make sure we don't have any fires or anything, and then go on to the next step. Move some of this out the way. Some fuel lines and whatnot. Pretty sure that's the positive. Yep, this is the ground. It's wrapped up somewhere. There it is. Alright, so red is the ground and red is the positive. Just how I like it. Get that over here. Out the way. Grab this battery. Throw it in. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and put the positive on. Should be good. Make sure this thing don't blow up on us. Good. No sparks at all. That's a good sign. Alright. Now we got the battery in, ignition coil wire on, main vacuum line fixed. Pretty sure now we can go ahead and see if the engine spin over. This car is fortunate enough to have the key. So I'll take y'all inside. We'll hit the key, see if it spins over. If it spins over, we'll check the spark. If we got spark, we're gonna put some fuel to her. Let's see what happens here. Finally, after 10 minutes of getting Ford parts out of here and some trash, we finally see the seat, what's left of it. Definitely gonna need redoing, but I might try my hand at redoing these seats myself. I know Vice Grip Garage did a video on it, so I wouldn't mind maybe trying my hand at it. Who knows? But anyways, we got it clear enough where I can halfway hop in here. So now that I'm in, here we have the key right here. We're in neutral. I don't know. Put it in park. All right, here we go. Nothing. Huh? Nothing. Huh. That's weird. Well, I got the battery hooked up. It's hooked up right. Huh. Weird. Alright, well, hopefully no rats has gotten inside of it and chewed the ignition wires. So, alright, I'll bring y'all back when I figure out what's going on. Alright, figured it out. I got Faith inside doing my dirty work for me. So, all it was is this negative was just a little bit loose. Go ahead and hit it for me. It's spinning really slow, but hopefully it'll pick up some. Like I said, it's just been sitting a long time, but it's not locked up or anything. It's spinning pretty good, just kind of slow, but probably just that old starter just on its last legs. Might either need to rebuild it or just replace that thing. But anyways, that's good news. It spins over. Now let's go ahead and see if we got spark. So how we're going to test spark is by using an inline spark tester. Pretty simple to use. You just pop off any spark plug. Then you're going to take this in. You're going to stick it in here and listen for the click. And then take the rubber boot in, just like you would on a spark plug. And just grind it out on the spark plug. And then if you can bring it in a little bit, babe. When the engine spins over, it'll flash a light right here. That's how you know you're getting spark. So I'm gonna have her stand out here and watch this for you. And hopefully y'all can see it. I'll spin the engine over and she can holler at me if we get a spark. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
We're sparking?
Yep. Got spark.
Cool.
Cool beans.
Alright. Well, that's a big step forward.
Woohoo.
I just wanted to say how fortunate I am that this car still has spark. So I'm hella lucky. So I already got me a little bottle of gas, and I'm gonna go ahead and take out my inline spark test. I forgot to do that, but I'm gonna do that and give it a little gas and see if this thing can bark off. All right, so I got Faith Green on the camera.
What's up?
We're gonna give it a little gas. Should be good. Good enough for a quick little attempt. See if we're getting any gas down there. All right, here we go. Ready?
Ready.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
All right. So we definitely got a runner here. So that's good news. Really good news. Fired right up too. This thing is ready to rock and roll. All right. So now I want to try and rig up a better fuel system. See if we can get this joker to idle a little bit. Gonna try to get this joker to idle a little bit better first by just putting some gas in it and try and keep it running. Hopefully without it backfiring and catching it on fire. So let's see what's going to happen here. I'm going to put a little bit of fuel in here. All right, Faith Green, go ahead and give it some. Keep going. Is it the key staying on when you do that? Sound like the starter's staying on. Like it ain't turning off. When it's cranking, after it cranks, it's...
Hold it there.
Just turn it and then let it off and see what happens. Alright, go ahead and try it. Alright, I'm going to try and fill up the bowl. So just bear with me for a second. I'm going to spill a bunch. So what I'm doing here is just filling up the bowl. That way maybe it'll run a little bit longer. And we'll have accelerator pedal to play with a little more. Alright. So now it's good and full. Go ahead and crank it up for me. Alright, hang tight. Let me close this bottle. See if we get an accelerator pedal. See if the pump's working. Can't really see. It's barely working. Huh. That ain't good. Not good at all. Go ahead and crank it up again for me. Try it again. Again. There you have it. I had to give it a little gas, but it runs. Sounds really good too. All right, let's try that again. I like that. It sounds so good. Good and quiet. Man, that's incredible. And actually, my math was wrong. It's been sitting almost 40 years. So 40 years, it's just been sitting, hasn't ran, drove, nothing. Fill that bowl up pretty good. Alright, that's all I got. Alright, darling, go ahead and crank it up again. Go ahead. Go ahead. Really good. A lot of dust blowing around. Look at that. It's actually idling. That is incredible. Look at that. A little bit of smoke. Has to be expected. It's been sitting a long time. Look at that. That is incredible. Man, oh man. Sitting that long. Purring like a kitten. Ain't that something? That is incredible. Let's see if I can get it from behind and see what it sounds like. Oh shoot. Sound pretty good. Smoke's cleared up. Give it a little throttle. Give it a little throttle. Ran out of fuel. But hey, there you have it. It is sitting here after all them years without really having to do much to it. Just idling. That is incredible. That is incredible. I say we need to get this thing off this dry dead grass before we catch a fire. As that exhaust gets hot. And pretty soon we're gonna have to put a little coolant in here. But man, oh man, let's go ahead and whip some tires on here and check the coolant. Make sure it's got some before we run it too much longer. You can only run these for about a minute without any coolant. But that, I mean, that is impressive. That is really impressive. They really knew how to build a car back in those days. Don't you agree? Mm-hmm. All right. Also, I'm gonna need another fill up of gas. It wasn't too fuel efficient back then. So this is Faith's formula. Another little project we've been working on, but she's got some pretty serious engine problems going on, so probably just gonna switch the engine out of my Firebird into here one day. But we'll probably have a will it run video coming up on it pretty soon, so definitely stick around for it. But here we have these Pontiac wheels. I mean, hopefully it should be the same pattern. I mean, at least work just to, you know, get it up off the ground a little bit. And, I mean, honestly, not that bad. No dry rot or anything. Decent tread. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get them off and on to the poncho. All right, I just wanted to let y'all know that on these Pontiacs, loose is to the right, so it's righty-loosey. I believe it's only on the driver's side. Passenger side should be lefty-loosey. But, alright, that's all I got to say. Oh shoot. Surprisingly, the lug pattern is different. Figured it being Pontiac and Pontiac, only 20 years apart, I figured it would probably be the same, but I guess not. Shoot. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. Unfortunately, I got the wrong rims, but we will try and pick up some 15-inch tires or something, throw them on the original rims, and we're going to try to drive this thing for the first time in 40 years in the next video. But at least we did get it to run, so woohoo! Ain't it, Faith Green? Yes, sir. She's over there petting my cat, drinking a 2-liter Diet Pepsi. Pure American right there, everybody. But hey, it runs. I'm faithful it's going to drive. It doesn't have brakes, but we got emergency brakes, and that's all we need. Whip it around the block. All right, well, y'all stay tuned for the first ever and more to come of the Faith Green Report.
What's up? It's Faith Green with the first ever Faith Green Report. I've been with Cody for a while now. He's been wanting me to get more involved in the videos. Y'all have definitely seen me wandering around in the background looking like a lost puppy. but I'm so excited to be more involved. Anyways, I'm just here to give you a recap, give you my thoughts and opinions. That was so cool to see, especially after it's been sitting for 40 years. Very cool to see it run and idle, and very cool to be involved in it. He knows what he's doing. He's so smart, and it's so cool to watch him every time. Just for a little recap, we redid the intro probably 8 times before we actually got started, so we're losing daylight. Then we got everything out, got everything ready, and it didn't take much to get it going, really. I mean, you'll see in the footage, that was basically all we had to do. But yeah, anyways, stay tuned. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
All right, come back now, you hear?